Are you buying at the peak? Well, even with all the stats, we as realtors don't know. We're not sure how high it's gonna go. Hello and welcome back. Today we are diving deep into the apartment market trends for May 2024. Whether you're a buyer, seller, or investor, you'll find this information invaluable. The apartment market is a crucial segment of Calgary's real estate landscape. With affordability concerns and a growing population, understanding these trends is more important than ever. Is the apartment market gonna hold up this year? Let's find out. I'm Dawn, realtor with Real Broker here in Calgary. I've been selling real estate since 2015, and if you're making a move, I would love to help you. You can book a call with me in the description below. If you find any value in my video today, I would love for you to subscribe. If you want to buy or sell and you feel like you have more questions than answers, you can also find my guides in the links below to get you started. Now let's start with an overview of the current market stats. So these are for May 2024. We saw a total of 908 apartment sales last month, which is a nearly 6% increase year over year. New listings have also risen by 21.85% to 1,249 units. As of May, the benchmark price for apartments in Calgary has reached $340,500, which is up 18% from last year. This significant price increase reflects the strong demand and limited supply we're experiencing. Driving this demand is the relative affordability of apartments compared to other housing types, an increase in international migration, and growing investor interest due to rising rental rates. Now let's discuss some economic factors influencing the apartment market. According to the latest Edge report and the labor market review, Calgary's job market remains robust, which supports housing demand. I'm actually curious what you guys think because I've been reading a lot of Reddit and people are having a hard time finding jobs, so I'm curious about that. The Bank of Canada has just started to decrease lending rates, which makes mortgages more affordable. Inflation trends also play a role impacting purchasing power. While inflation has been high, it's starting to stabilize, which should help maintain demand in the real estate market. Core inflation has fallen within the Bank of Canada's 1 to 3% target band for the first time in 3 years, giving them the green light to cut rates, which they did in June, and a rate cut in July looks likely, which would further support the housing market. Breaking down the apartment market performance by district, we see some interesting trends. So the highest benchmark prices are in the southeast at $371,700, followed by the city center and the west at $351,600 and $351,000. But we're seeing significant price increases in the east and northeast, where the benchmark prices are up to $258,600 in the east, which is 32.68% over last year, and $310,600 in the Northeast, which is up 30% over last year. These district-specific trends highlight where demand is strongest and where opportunities for buyers and investors might be found. Looking ahead, the Calgary real estate forecast for 2024 suggests that while price growth will continue, it might slow slightly as new listings improve the supply situation. However, conditions will still likely favor the seller. So despite the slower growth expected, population growth remains high and should continue to fuel strong housing demand throughout 2024. Now, I've gotten a lot of feedback from people that they don't think apartments are a good investment, so I would love for you to weigh in on this in the comments below. Different perspectives are healthy, okay? I welcome them. Now, I've said this before and I'll say it again, one size does not fit all here. I don't think you should buy a property with the fear of missing out, okay? Discussing the stats is not to encourage people to buy now if it's not the right decision for them. Nor would I encourage someone to buy an apartment if it doesn't work for their lifestyle. But sometimes an apartment is what you can afford and may be better than paying rent. At least owning, the goal is to build equity, and if a move-up property is what you desire, it's much easier once you're in the market, once you already own, to move up. Are you buying at the peak? Well, even with all the stats, we as realtors don't know. We're not sure how high it's going to go or where it goes next. Do I see a significant decrease making it worth waiting to buy if you're ready now? I think the market ebbs and flows, yes, but the Calgary apartment market is showing strong demand and conditions are expected to remain tight for lower priced properties. With the Bank of Canada decreasing rates, we'll likely only see prices go up. Now, when they do eventually come down, because adjustments are inevitable, where will they come down to? Where will the new benchmark for pricing be? I don't think we're going back to pre-pandemic levels, so I personally don't think it's worth waiting. But again, I am not trying to spark FOMO if it's not right for you. This is a very large financial decision, and of course, you should treat it as such. For buyers and investors, my top tips are to focus on emerging areas with high growth potential and to consider long-term investment strategies. Understanding these trends can help you make those informed decisions, whether you're buying, selling, or investing. Are you curious about the numbers or need more insights? If you're somebody who wants to see and read what I'm discussing here, the latest stats from the Calgary Real Estate Board are linked below. And if you have any questions about buying or selling, or to discuss how these trends affect your specific real estate goals, book a call with me in the link below. I would love to hear from you, and I'll see you soon.